Over 5 billion people are about to watch the biggest sporting event on the planet arrive in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. But despite the scale, a massive portion of the American audience has absolutely no idea what is actually happening on the field. It starts with the name. You call it soccer, while the rest of the world calls it football. The British actually invented the word soccer in the 1880s. They eventually stopped using it, America kept it, and now the UK pretends the whole thing never happened. It's a century-old argument that no one is winning, so it's time to move on. To understand how to watch the next month, you have to toss out your American sporting assumptions and learn a completely different set of mechanics. We are used to a sports culture built on pauses, constant play calling, specialized rosters, and a predictable rhythm of timeouts and commercial breaks. In a typical 3-hour American football broadcast, there are actually only about 18 minutes of the ball being in play. Global football isn't a collection of isolated plays. It is a 90-minute engine of continuous movement and escalating tension that almost never stops. The clock is the absolute law of the game. It counts strictly upward to 90 minutes, and it doesn't stop for injuries, fouls, or commercials. Because there are no timeouts, players run up to 12 kilometers per match. They have to make high-stakes tactical decisions while their physical bodies are reaching a state of total exhaustion. This physical toll is why you see players constantly falling down and appearing hurt, a sight that often baffles American fans. While referees try to punish fake injuries or diving, players often use it as a desperate bit of gamesmanship just to buy themselves 10 seconds of actual rest. This lack of stoppages turns the pitch into a war of attrition, where physical fatigue dictates every pass and every mistake. To make progress even harder, the game uses two primary restrictions. You cannot touch the ball with your hands, and you are forbidden from simply waiting for the ball near the opponent's goal. This is the offside rule. Think of it like a battle. An attacking player cannot sneak behind enemy lines before the fight starts. If you are standing past that final defender at the exact moment the ball is passed to you, the play is dead. Fouls are handled with cards. Yellow is a warning, but a red card means you are ejected from the game immediately. The consequence is absolute. An ejected player cannot be replaced. Their team has to finish the game a man down, defending a massive field with even less energy. To an American, a 0-0 tie feels like a disaster. In the World Cup, it's a vital strategy. In the initial group stage, 48 nations are fighting for points. A win is 3 points, but a draw earns you 1. And that single point is often the difference between going home and advancing to the final 32. When an underdog coordinates their defense for 5,000 consecutive seconds without a single lapse in concentration, they aren't failing. Holding a clean sheet against the best strikers in the world is a tactical masterpiece. Everything in the sport is built on scarcity. Because a goal is so difficult to achieve, a single point carries more emotional weight than 3 touchdowns combined. At the end of 90 minutes, the referee adds stoppage time, a few mysterious extra minutes to make up for the brief pauses during the half. The final 10 minutes are a pressure cooker. The attacking team never stops charging, and the defenders have no timeouts to catch their breath. When a rare goal finally hits the net in these closing seconds, the release of tension is violent. The entire stadium simply explodes. That constant threat of a game-changing moment in the 93rd minute is why football fans never leave their seats early. Once the tournament reaches the knockout rounds, draws are no longer allowed. If the score is level after 90 minutes, the teams play through extra time. If they are still tied, it comes down to the penalty shootout. It is the most dramatic 6 minutes in sports, a pure test of nerve, where a single kick can end a nation's entire tournament. Watch the matches with people who know the sport. They'll explain the nuances as they happen. Don't ask why there isn't a score yet. There may never be one. Just be ready to stand up the second the ball hits the net. Once you embrace the continuous tension of the clock, you are ready to watch the biggest show on earth.